Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Momentum Monday call on Monday, the 22nd of May. And I'm excited to share another evening with you, another Monday evening with you all, and with new team members as well. So I just want you all to know that we're just going to go a little bit over time tonight. So just steal your gourds for that, if that's whatever the terminology is, because I just want to make a few announcements before I get started on the training, and I just need to get some feedback on that live event. Oh my God. So I'll talk to the, I had heard this afternoon, there was some, so the King VPs, vice presidents, there was a little bit of an exchange going on saying that BeLive TV they were having some glitches with, and was anyone else having trouble with the interview technique style? And it was like, oh God, what, we've just set up to do this tonight. So Dylan and I had actually had a conversation today about, should we be having glitches? We'll go, so Dylan, you go solo. So we actually we're quite, I'm quite pleased with ourselves, Dylan, that you and I had that conversation this afternoon. So we were kind of good to go. But so unmute yourself, someone, if you just like to make some comments about how did it work up until that point where we had to end the broadcast, and was it all, does it have potential to be a good way to go if BeLive TV gets their act together? What do you think?
I think it was your internet, to be honest, Jill. It'll be interesting to see how training goes tonight, because I don't know about anyone else, but Dylan seemed really clear to me.
Yeah, I would agree with that too, Matilda. I was thinking it was more Jill's internet than the actual program itself, because Dylan was coming through clear.
Well, that might be the issue, though. I've got a King VP meeting tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. So I'll ask them what their issues have been. But maybe the BeLive TV system issue is that one person keeps chopping out. Who knows? Because I usually don't have trouble with my internet.
And you're fine now. You're certainly not cutting out like you were when you were on BeLive.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Okay, so it's just really is kind of hard to make any sensible comment of quality when guests can't hear one of the speakers. So we will we'll just. So how do you want to handle your guests, people, and circle back to them? Shall we have a bit of a chat about, sorry you had that experience, but let me give you the information. You can certainly direct them to Dylan's recording, because that's there for people to watch. If you had a guest on, how do you want to handle it? How can we make sure that people get a good experience going forward after tonight's bit of a balls up?
I think people understand that when you're trialing something for the first time, that there may be a few glitches. So just maybe circling back to those people and just letting them know that, this is a new program that we're using, and, we apologize for, any inconvenience that it may have caused while we're, but we're definitely getting a handle on it, and, that we're there to answer any questions that they may have. People are normally understanding as long as you're, empathetic and explain what was happening to them, I find anyway.
Okay, thanks, Tasha. And the dates came through for next month's Healthy Living program, so I'll post that flyer on the page. I'll apologize for any inconvenience, and if you happen to have a guest on tonight, then make sure you follow up and give them the information they need to get involved with the program if they want to. Yeah? Okay. Now, a couple of other announcements. One is the leaders have been talking about, that is Matilda and Donna, and I know that Matilda and Donna have been speaking with their team about the location of the Discover Arbonne meetings at the Hackney, and how so many of us are down south. And so I actually had a conversation with Emily Pake and have discussed with Emily to join in with the Pake Nation again at their Discover Arbonnes, which are held at Marion, Westfield Marion. So they have their Discover Arbonnes on the second Tuesday of the month, just like we do, at Cafe Primo, which used to be New York Bar and Grill. So going forward, on the second Tuesday of the month, that is where we will have our Discover Arbonnes, and you can invite guests there, and hopefully that will be easier for people to attend than the Hackney. Can I get a thumbs up if people like the sound of that? Charlotte's giving me a thumbs up. Excellent. So that will just be an interim until we grow out of that room, because it only seats about 40, and they're just kind of growing that. So Emily was quite delighted to have us involved growing the numbers. And when it's standing room only and we're bursting at the seams and there's 20 of us going, then we will, Matilda's already checking out the quality of another venue at Marion that we can attend. And the beauty of us having our own venue or another venue is that we'll be able to present Discover Arbonnes again. So while we're partnering with the Pake Nation, then we'll just be hearing from the Pake Nation VPs, which is awesome. I love the Pake Nation VPs. So that's all good. And so that is from. So I'll be posting their flyers on the region page. So of course, going forward, that will be happening on the 13th of June. Now, and I will be away. I'll be away. Now, if you want to go to the fourth Tuesday of the month tomorrow night at the Hackney, Pake Nation is there. So if you have guests that are still down that end of town, or it's more convenient for you to go down there to the Hackney, then the fourth Tuesday of the month is still happening. And I spoke to Emily about that, and we would be more than welcome. Please, the more the merrier at the Hackney on the fourth Tuesday of the month. So we've got these two options for us, and it's all fabulous. So that's announcement number one. Now, announcement number two, Dylan and Charlotte.
Hi.
Hello.
So yesterday, Dylan asked me a pretty cool question, and I said yes.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone. So, yeah, we've just told like close family and friends, and obviously you guys. So we won't be posting on social media for a little while. But yeah, we thought it would be important to share it with our R1 family.
Absolutely.
And yeah. So we're really excited.
Post one of the pics on the page.
I will. Did Dylan show them to you?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
They're so cute. And the ring is beautiful, so we need to see that. We need to see that pic as well. The ring is beautiful.
Oh, I can show it. Oh, there you go. There. Oh, it's very pretty.
Oh,
Beautiful.
lovely.
Oh my god, I just gasped. That's so pretty.
Yeah.
Dylan.
Dylan did a very good job. You can also thank
done,
Cassie
Dylan.
and Matt for that.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, how exciting.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Haha, I know I learnt you a long time ago.
Cassie did a very, very professional job. Keeping
How
the
special.
secret.
That's very special.
Of not spilling the beans.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yay!
Yes.
Well
I'm
done,
so
Kat.
excited.
Very exciting. All right, I'm going.
I just want to give you a big hug.
I know.
Thank you.
Good hug.
Training is way more important.
Oh.
All right, I'm muting everyone again. Mute all. Okay, thank you for that exciting announcement. Okay, so just continuing on the agenda, I want to remind everyone about the GTC challenge and the gorgeous piece of jewelry that you win, that anyone, you don't have to have attended the Global Training Conference last month, anyone can win this beautiful piece of jewelry if you sponsor 3 people with 250 PQV. One of them has to be an independent consultant. And I just wondered if anyone had won it yet, or if anyone was close. I just have the feeling, yes, Nikki, I think you are close. And Sky, I think you're very close too. Yeah, so it's very exciting. I know I'm determined to win it as well, because it really is a really nice piece of jewelry. So stay in that game, everyone. 3 people, sponsoring 3 people only, including a consultant. So stay in the game for that GTC challenge. Now, speaking of GTC, I want to talk about AAC and the fact that early bird registration finishes on the 31st of May. I keep needing to write myself a big note. Register. And there is a payment plan. So no doubt the payment plan is, $100.
No, there's not. Sorry, Jill.
There isn't?
It's not. To get the early bird, there's no payment plan. The payment plan will start in June, and you won't get early bird.
Oh, what's the difference between early bird and full registration?
No, it's just the gift. You won't get the early bird gift.
No, early bird registration is $65 off plus a free gift.
Yeah, and you won't get the gift.
Right, but
we love gifts.
With the full registration, you get a payment. You can pay by payment plan.
Yes.
Yeah, but you don't get your free gift, and you still pay the full payment, so you're not getting your discount. You're not getting a discount.
Right. Oh, okay.
We
All
love
right.
gifts.
Well, check that out for yourself then, and see whether your budgets can allow the early bird registration with the bigger amount. So, or it's a
Hey,
smaller.
haven't you already registered?
Sorry, what was that?
I thought you registered at the end of last year.
Well, so did I. But when I went to log on, it says up there not registered yet.
Oh, okay. Mine said registered. I had to go in there and hit register, but it came up as 0. Like I didn't owe anything because I'd already paid it last year.
All right. Well,
but I had to register.
You still had to register, even if you did the end of offer at the end of AAC last year. You still have to go in and register for this year to get the early bird gift, and it just comes up with a 0 in your cart.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
That's right.
Great tip. Okay, excellent. Well, maybe I have registered. I just saw that not registered and thought, oh, maybe I didn't last year. Okay, thanks for that. Because we have accommodation booked. So we have 3 rooms booked already, and the leaders are talking to their teams. So Jill, Donna, Matilda. So there's, and if we want to book more accommodation, then we need to know how many numbers are coming. So don't delay in booking and letting your leaders know if you are coming and want to be in that accommodation. Okay, so let's talk about the training topic for tonight. And the training topic is about the fear of rejection. And the fear of rejection is a very interesting thing because we are hardwired to have a fear of rejection, and it starts back in the caveman days when we did not want to be rejected by our tribe in our cave, because that meant certain death. So the fear of rejection is actually something that we all humans grapple with, and there are some situations in life as a child that turn the volume up on your fear of rejection. And it really, the thing about fear of rejection is that even if you don't think you have one, you do, because like I say, it's hardwired, and it just depends how high the volume is turned up. The fear of rejection can really hinder you in your growth of your business, and it's really important that you get a handle on the fear of rejection, and that you feel the fear, you know it's there, and you do it anyway. So there are some fantastic books. That's where the personal development comes in. Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway is a fantastic book by Susan Jeffries. And there are different strategies for pushing through that fear to the other side where awesomeness is. And that whole thing about getting out of your comfort zone, so much of the comfort zone is being safe and comfortable in your comfort zone. And so much of growing your business and getting out of your comfort zone is grappling with that fear of rejection. Now, I was sitting on an airplane, flying back from America, as you do, and I was checking out entertainment, and there was an option to listen to TED Talks. That's one of the channels on the entertainment station on the airplane. And there was this fantastic YouTube that we're actually going to watch now. What I learned from, let me just find it here. What I learned from 100 Days of Rejection. Now, what I want you to do, because I'm going to share my screen, I have tested this on Greg's computer, so we should have really good audio. And I don't want anyone to make any comments in the chat room, only because that's distracting. I want you to be really actively listening. If it helps, if your active listening is facilitated by taking notes, then take notes, because I do want to facilitate a short conversation, a short discussion after we've watched this TED Talk. So this is a bit of a different technique for doing our training. I want to watch the TED Talk, and then I want you to take some notes on what you learned in listening to the TED Talk, and what resonated with you, and how you think you might be able to apply some things that you have heard in your Arbonne business and in overcoming your fear of rejection. So give me a second here to get set up with the little speakers. I want to make sure that you hear it all really well. Sharing my screen. I'll have to listen to an ad.